Hey guys, I'm Kiera.
I'm Toya.
I'm Kiana.
What's up? This is Tisa.
And this is Too Damn Good.
Hey ladies.
What's up? What's up?
Welcome to spring.
Welcome to spring.
It's spring. It's still cold.
We got some
That's why we got on.
Yeah, it's a little cold.
Yeah,
It's
Charlotte
cold.
is cool.
We got on a sweater.
For real.
We're ready to have the spring dresses on.
Right.
Yes.
I'm ready for
Y'all
that.
gonna see that.
I'm ready for that.
Bright colors.
Yeah.
Walking in
Summer
slow-mo.
dresses out.
Walking in slow-mo.
Sundresses.
Fellas, look out.
Is that what you do when you wear a sundress? Okay.
That's what they do when it stands. She's
I
staying
walk hard.
still.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. She said that's what they do when you stand still.
Oh, that's what yours do, girl.
Right.
Stay intact.
I gotta stomp real hard.
I ain't gonna be part of that ride.
I be like, Kiera, walk way ahead of me.
Right.
I don't got time.
I gotta stump a little bit harder than that. Sorry.
Are we talking about
She
this?
said it loose fast.
So today, guys, we're talking about insecurities in relationships.
Mm.
So, for example, for both men and women, we can have some insecurity. So I know that sometimes we can be insecure if one partner makes more than the other, if one partner is more accomplished than the other, if one partner is more popular than the other. I've definitely had some experiences where, I got a little jealous of my man because I'm just like, you're so popular, you know what I'm saying? And and he just knew more people and nothing attests to me.
Yeah.
So I want to know if you guys
It wasn't make you
thoughts.
any more less than a person, but you
Yeah.
didn't
Right.
like it. Yeah.
I just didn't like, or I didn't know that it was okay. That's his thing, you know, because there were things that I did better than him, but I was so focused on, his highlight or whatever.
Right.
So I'm
Definitely.
gonna talk to you guys and see how you feeling. You guys leave a comment about insecurities and how we can overcome insecurities in relationships. So I'm gonna start my girl, Tisa.
Oh, wow.
My name.
With your name.
Go ahead, tell us, girl.
How
Tell
you
us.
feel, or do you have ever had an insecurity in a relationship, or vice versa?
We can start with that. You was talking about popularity. It was one time in my life where I went out like all the time, like 7 days a week. So naturally, you'll start to know all those people that
Right.
no matter where you live at, what city you in, if you're going out, you're going to see the same people.
Right.
Over and over and over again. So with that being said, I would go out all the time. And then if I ever went out with him, everybody like, "Yo, what up, what up, what up?" And then so he was very insecure by that. Like, how do you know all of these people? And I'm like, I don't know any of these people.
Right. I just be out.
I just know my face.
Right.
I don't know them.
So that brought a lot of friction and tension into the relationship because I guess he was insecure because I was popular. If you was to say that. But I think a little bit of competitive nature in a relationship is not bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it keeps things moving and going
Right.
along.
I agree.
But as a woman, I do feel like my man is supposed to lead, so I'm not gonna be over here trying to demasculate him or try to put myself above him or anything like that.
Yeah.
Can I ask, like, when y'all went out, and I guess people who knew you, but you didn't really know them, did you introduce your partner too? If they came up to you, like, oh, hey, I'm with this person, or it was more just, hey, Tisa, in passing?
Yeah, because that can be a whole nother issue. Like if guy walks up.
So
and
your answer is no.
That's why.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, hey.
You looking the other day. She looking at him like, what's wrong?
Oh,
Ain't
it's
even-
okay.
Right, you ain't even like
You
oh,
living your
Yes.
Okay, it's
you ain't know no better. You was
No,
ain't young.
I was living a different type of lifestyle.
yeah, you was young. You was
So
young.
therefore, it was just like, you can't mess up all my connections.
I need to get in here.
Like, oh, you might have been my brother. Like, oh, he's my brother. Maybe that's why he's insecure. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it just depends on how they spoke to me. And really, the places that I frequently visit, I did not take him there because of those things like that. But sometimes we'll end up there because in Atlanta, you're going to wherever the most popular spot is. And if you want to go out, you heard about that spot and that's where you at. So, but I can't say all the time I was
introduced.
You didn't know. You was young.
I probably didn't know.
I do know sometimes for us ladies, when on the entertainment scene, I think sometimes some guys judge us because they're like, well, how you know these women?
Right.
We could just
because of the stereotype
yes.
of what these women do to actually know people.
Right.
if we were all bottle girls and we're just being bottle girls, it doesn't mean we're sleeping with guys. We're just working.
Yep.
So,
Right. It's just the fact that you're a woman.
basically. So Kiana, how you
Me personally, I've never been insecure as far as in a relationship like that. Not really, not that I can really recall. I do feel like I have been in situations where the man has been insecure, and that caused a lot of friction. For me, I'm not the type to like floss or say what I got. I don't even tell people my plans. So it's like I don't like to cause anything that's gonna cause anybody to look at me like, oh well, I got a one up on you, because I don't want that.
Yeah.
Period. So but I have felt like in many situations where being in relationships or situationships, whatever, the guys that I have dealt with kind of looked at me more like, oh well, she got this kind of car, she has her own business, she lived this way, and without me saying anything, it automatically became, their insecurities cause friction in our relationship. Mm-hmm. So for me, I tend to like, what's the word I'm looking for? I do this every segment. But I tend to like dim my light a lot, because I don't want to feel like I'm trying to be, superior or demasculate any man or make them feel like we need to compete. So it's like I'm even more quiet because I don't want that tension.
How does that make you feel that you have to do that?
It really hurts. Yeah. That's very hurtful, honestly. Like, because it's like you should be proud of your achievements. Yeah. Like, everything you have done, like, you should be able to scream to the mountaintops. Yeah. And whoever I'm with should be cheering me on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm the type of person, if I meet a guy and he tells me, his goals or whatever, I'm like, okay, I know this person to get you in contact with. We could do X, Y, and Z. But that's my problem, though. That really,
I would say sometimes
that's my problem.
They got to figure it out.
They definitely have to figure it, and that's something that they have to really want to do. I can't make them do that. Yeah. But that is my problem. I will say that. But yeah, but as far as me, like insecurities, I'm not gonna say if I do, because I'm pretty sure I probably do have some.
Well, yeah, everyone got some, but you're saying that you haven't been with anyone where you felt a little bit like insecure.
No, I really haven't. Like, not as far as like no other woman or anything like that. If anything, it's more so past situations that if I see in a new situation, it's triggered me.
How long are you able to dim your light for?
Yeah, before it's like,
because you know what? If your light is your light. So my thing is, how long can you play that?
Clearly not too long.
Because they be like, why?
Because people can fake something. I mean, I don't know how long you can hide
your colors always gonna come out. If you're shining, you're gonna be a bright shining. If you're a devil, you will be shown to be a devil. Right. So, yeah.
But that's what I mean. That makes a lot of sense, Kiara, because they be like, this is not gonna work. I'm just not ready for you. I'm like, God dang it, why are you not ready?
Well, I'm asking those questions because I know you said you dim your light, but when you already got the stink, you just got it. Mm-hmm. So you can put as much perfume on it as you want, but even before y'all even know each other like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, men aren't dumb. They already know. Now, I think some men try to think they can because they don't realize they're equipped. They're not equipped to handle whatever. But they know, like, okay, she gonna require me to do some things I'm not willing to do. So I'm trying to be narcissist, or sometimes to manipulate, or then some will just back off, and then they'll kind of leave breadcrumbs. So we'll chase them because sometimes we'll be in spaces where we want that. Yeah, we're attracted to each other, we like each other, we got similar background.
But some men, I feel like some men, not all. Let me just clear it up. Some men, I do feel like people in general feel like they automatically assume they know what you want.
Yes.
Or like, okay, she's this type of woman, so I know I have to do X, Y, and Z. And like, if you actually take the time to get to know that person, you probably realize, she's not like everybody else. I don't have to do X, Y, and Z. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong for doing X, Y, and Z, but it's not necessarily a requirement to keep her.
Yeah, that stems from our other episode, love languages, not
Right.
knowing somebody's
Right.
love language. So
Right.
you doing something like that I don't even care about.
Right. So I feel like the easiest thing to do is to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Like, why wouldn't you just rather learn my love
Right.
language than leave and go from some simple things that we could change and go hop into another situation where you're going to do the same thing
Right.
with these people, men and women.
Right. Because
We'll
you
get-
have to learn that
Yeah,
person
we'll
regardless.
leave a relationship, and sometimes some relationship need to be left, but we'll leave a relationship and get right back with another person and make that same mistake. Like,
Right.
It's easier.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's the dumbest thing ever to
Agreed.
keep being
Yeah.
single
I agree.
time
Because
after
you're gonna
time.
still be single regardless. Because if you're not willing to put in the work, you're gonna be single.
And it's the dumbest thing, but it's
Yeah.
so. I've done it. I'm sure some of y'all have done it. It's so dumb, and it's just like, why don't life come with a manual?
Yeah,
serious.
Where is it?
I need one of those.
Right.
Jeez.
But what about you, Toya?
Okay, so I'm gonna say one of my insecurities came from maybe financial.
Okay.
Being with my daughter's dad, who's very, I would say stable, like can save money, like can do whatever he wanted to do, and in the background, I'm not being jealous, but I was insecure because I'm like, damn, you got this, and I, you know, and I'm either like wasting money, not doing what I'm supposed to do, not saving, not doing anything. So I became insecure, and it's like, dang, what do I do about it? All right, stop wasting money.
Yeah.
Get your credit together.
Yeah.
And once I did that and realized, like, nobody owes you nothing. And if you want to be looked at in a different kind of way, you got to handle yourself in a different kind of way. And once I did do that, I saw a lot of stuff change on that one aspect of our relationship. I wasn't insecure anymore with that part of me. Another thing was...
Can I ask you a question real quick? So with that insecurity that you had, did you ever ask him, like, you know, for advice on how you can get there?
I didn't want to. He
Okay.
spit jewels out all the time. But because it was the way you said it to me.
Yeah.
Your ego.
Yes. Ego fighting against ego. The way you brought this information to me was more you talking at me.
Yeah.
And not saying, hey, you know, I don't want you to go out because you ain't got shit in the bank.
Right.
Like, we need to be getting this together.
Right.
You go out too much, you do X, Y, and Z, you blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, you yelling at me, you trying to tell me what to do,
Yeah.
motherfucker. I'm going out and
Right.
and not saying,
Now I'm
like,
going.
Right.
yeah,
I'm
and not
definitely
coming
going
at me like, babe,
out.
let's set a goal.
Like, teach me. I want
Like,
to learn.
Yeah, but since it was more, and the crazy fucking part about it is, I understood what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
But the ego and you talking at me at the same time just clashed, and it was like, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And that shit led me to being broke, to having the money that I wanted to do the shit with, and that was it. And it was like, damn, I can't, rainy day come, I can't do shit.
Yeah.
But what I've been doing. So it really did. Like, when I really sat down and was like, all right, Toya, you need to make a change. When I did that, I just things started coming back from our conversations. And I was like, okay, if I want to do this,
Right.
I can't do this.
Right.
And if I want to do this, and if I can buy this, I gotta have X, Y, and D dollars in the bank in order to buy this. And that's when I started saying that. Sometimes I make foolish purchases, but I make it knowing that you all right. Just don't do that shit no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like one foolish per quarter.
Well, I swear,
You like, okay, now you did it this
Right.
time.
Oh, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
I'll take that.
only one
Yeah.
thing per quarter is
Yes,
what I do because
but I
I'm gonna start
definitely
doing
listen.
that.
yeah, because I feel like it's a thin line between overspending and treating yourself.
Yeah, right.
You
Yeah.
gotta treat yourself sometimes, especially when you're working super
Right.
hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I be
When you
like,
splurging every day, that's a problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
nah, I can't help it when it comes to food.
But oh yeah, girl, I'll be hungry. Be like, I ain't gonna spend no money today. I'm gonna do good. Next thing you know, I'm all in Subway, like,
Them
Right.
7-Eleven coffees.
Be at the shop like, what's for lunch, y'all?
Order out.
Right.
I'm calling y'all like, y'all want to go to Nick and Mike's with me? Like, girl, you just said you weren't spending no money. But my other thing was, my other insecurity was, and it's funny, is because I would always think that somebody wanted them. Like, oh, you haven't said, they couldn't talk, they couldn't say nothing to them, and I'd be like, oh, y'all having sex. But I'm going to tell you where it came from. It's because I wasn't putting out. At one point in time, I had a depot shot in, and it does mess with your and it makes you not want to have sex and stuff, right? So I didn't know, like, the jits of it all. Still, like, I wasn't young, but I was young. Like, I didn't really realize what it was doing to my body. So anyways, I was like, you couldn't talk to nobody on social media. I thought y'all was hooking up. Like, I was like, but I had to realize in that too, that insecurity came from me not doing what I was supposed to do as a woman. Now, if you choose to go out here and do whatever you want to do, and I'm being a woman at home, then you're a piece of shit. Yeah. But I had to realize, like, wow, that my insecurity played like major tricks with my mind. I was like, well, I know I ain't doing it. And instead of me saying, well, damn, I ain't gonna, let me go give him some. No, I still sat there in my insecurity, feeling insecure and stupid, still not wanting to do nothing. Like, I own you. You should be doing X, Y, and Z by me.
But did you talk to him?
No.
About it?
No, not for a long time. And it was him who had looked it up, honestly, and was like, you know, do you know that this depot shot, they say it's X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, yeah, I know. But I ain't having no more kids, you know, and I'm like, dang, like, he even went so far to look it up.
So then that's how you know that he was like, okay, I'm trying my best.
Yeah, but it's like, bitch, I'm gonna go cheat tonight, because, bitch, you laying in this bed one more night, and you ain't giving, and it's like, I had to really realize, like, damn.
Well, that's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse, but I'm sorry, ain't nobody laying next to nobody for no 2 months and just not, no, I'm sorry, you can go ahead on with that.
But I mean, I feel like with like married couples or just couples in general, if you just had a baby, like, there's a lot of situations that's just like, you just gotta understand.
You not finna deal with no man telling you for 2 months straight.
I need to say.
Exactly.
But I'm saying in general, like for women all out there, we have our moments to where you may not want to be touched. Yeah. I haven't went through that.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying there are.
You don't want to be touched, but somebody want to be touched.
Hold on, you be touched like below your belt or
anywhere
in your mouth.
Anywhere. Cause you better give it to him some kind of way.
I'm thinking about like,
hey, if you don't want to be touched below the belt, your mouth better be working, honey.
You got called. What about Pamela? I'm sorry, God. That's X-rated for me.
What about your mouth?
I want to keep families together. So I'm just like,
I know that's right. She said,
I get it.
Butt ain't working. Your mouth better
and we
be.
got palms. Look,
I'm just saying, there are some women that's like that.
I definitely agree with that, but I was not doing that. And it's like, as a grown woman, as a 41-year-old woman, I now understand there's no laying next to this man for 2 months straight and expecting him to keep laying here. She's
we'll be right back. Clean up on aisle 6. Sorry for the technical difficulties. But so we go ahead and continue.
Oh no, so I'm pretty much basically before break done. I only have like 2 insecurities, but I'm sure there's some other ones up in there. But yeah, that's about it.
I can suppress mine too. So
yeah.
I might forget that.
Suppressing is real.
Yeah, it really is, especially. So I agree with all of that. I relate to all of you ladies as far as insecurities, and like I said earlier, that I definitely used to be jealous or insecure when someone was more popular than me. You know, so I'll say school age, high school. I'm like, but I just didn't realize that they just happen to know more people than me. And even now, and I think a lot of my insecurities also play for me not listening to people, listening to people who have the results that I want before. So I always say this, and even with you guys, I'm taking note and I don't take offense now. That's my motto. So like you guys have opportunities that I haven't had yet, but I'm taking note when I hear you guys speak. You know what I'm saying? Or when I hear you guys talk and do. I see it and take a mental note. You know, and then even in relationships and partnerships, I tend to I purposely want guys who are more accredited than me, especially in their businesses or monetary aspects, because I know I'm not as structured when it comes to money. I'm learning to be, but it's just a very weak point for me. Gotten much better. So I look for someone who is higher than me in that aspect. But then I look for where I can, and wherever there may lack, then I can fill up purposely. But I had a hard time discerning for a long time about men who are that, or men who will understand that I'm looking for you so I can look up to you in whatever the regard it is. And in turn, since I used to pick guys who didn't have as much of me, or this knowledge, or just maybe something I might have been a little bit, I would have to dim my light sometimes. I remember one guy, he hated my brightness. It was just my personality. I didn't really have much in him, but he did not like that people didn't know me, or I was very friendly. He hated it, and I tried to dim my light, boy, I tell you, but it was just bursting out. Like, you put a wool sheet over me, turn the lights off, and I just couldn't help it, and I thought it was unhealthy. And I was trying to do everything to make them stay. And then I had to learn that everyone is good at something. Everyone is better at something than the next person, and it's okay. Now, if it's something that will hurt me, then of course I would have to walk away. But I think the most important thing is, again, don't take offense, take note. So if you're like, I feel like I want to be more structured, right? I'm not as structured. I'm looking for someone who is always on time. Y'all know I'm not punctual. Like, I need someone like that. Or let's help me work that together if we're not like that.
Did you feel like that you were getting like more, your insecurity came from more of a jealous thing, like when you got with the man who seemed to be more financial, did you find yourself being jealous more
initially?
Often
Yes. Because I felt like I had to like have the same as a guy. Like, he had a Range Rover and a nice house. I'm like, okay, I gotta get mine too, but it's no competition. And even with the lady friends, you know what I'm saying, I feel like
especially with females,
especially with the ones, because sometimes we'll have female friends who always in a relationship, they can always keep a man. Those girls, or as an ex-BBW, the BBW, oh my God, it's so much insecurity. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the ones who can always get a man or get a boyfriend, or they got these things and you look just like them, but you can't. It's severe competition. So that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a whole other story.
But yes, you was right. I thought I used to supposed to compete, and then I didn't like being in their shadow. But the thing is, I kind of enjoy being in their shadow because I got all the perks, of it. Now I know everyone didn't know me all the time, but now I'm at the point I love to say, well, do you know so-and-so? Do you see who I'm rolling with? I love saying that now. Do you see this big guy? Meaning he is the billboard. I'm the engine that fuels him. I mean, the fuel that fuels the engine. So, but it took a lot. Like, so we all just didn't know at the time. And I think guys also should be able to recognize that too. I think a lot of men, especially I see y'all, and y'all like my mom, a lot of men, I feel like, love y'all and see y'all, but they don't understand what it takes to be with a woman like you guys. Or I'll say all of us, so, or they automatically feel, they put y'all, they kind of make us be in competition with them unintentionally. Just because you got your own business and he doesn't, it doesn't mean that he's less than. And I do see that a lot, especially with successful black women in particular, that men kind of just, they kind of want to make you dumb yourselves down. And it's just like, bro, it's okay. You can take no too. You can learn from her too. She got some good things to say.
Definitely can. If you humble yourself enough, you can learn from anybody. Men, women, whatever, you can learn from.
It's a real thing. And also, and I realize there's a lot of spouses that compete with each other. I don't want to compete with my spouse
at all.
I didn't realize that was a real thing till recently.
It is.
So, and
competing like what kind of ways?
So I let's just say if you were married and let's say you're a doctor, and let's say your husband works for corporate America like me, right? And then let's just say that your husband has acquired a whole bunch of assets, even though you're a doctor. So most people, doctors are like many celebrities. Like, everyone loves a doctor. It's always about them. But if your spouse can get there, buy a whole mall plaza. He can almost be next to the mayor, meeting the governor, things like that. You might feel a little bit like, well, I can outdo him because it's typically always about you.
Yeah.
Or if you were a lawyer, it's always about you. You know, on paper, you're still better than your spouse. Well, monetarily.
Yeah.
But in real life, he's outshining you. Yeah. Not a bad thing, but, you know, but to me, you can take part of that.
Yeah.
Because if that's your spouse, your husband, your wife, that's
why
yours
you're supposed
too.
to play off of each other, and you're not supposed to be acting like that.
Right.
Exactly.
Because I feel like a lot of it is like personal ego.
Yep.
Yes.
And it just comes to a point to where it's like, for me particularly in the dating field, I don't want to look at somebody as if like I'm competing with them, and I never want them to look at me as if that's a major turn off. When I feel like somebody's instantly like, oh, so what do you do for a living? Oh, well, I do X, Y, and Z, and I allow them to talk.
Jesus,
so it's like now you trying to get a one up on me, like instantly I'm turned off. But I feel like if you meet somebody that's like, allow you to talk and, you know, acknowledge what you got going on, and they say all their achievements as well, instantly I look at, well, we could build together. Like, it's not like you're having to lift me up or I'm having to lift you up. We are already here. You may be here a little bit right here, and I may be a little bit right here, or whatever the situation may be, but we can always build together. So I just feel like it really becomes into that individual where their mindset is before even entering into a relationship. Because if you started off in a relationship and you are already competing, it's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? That's your personal insecurity.
And then who wants to confide in you every time you tell them something that you got something good going on? They come and tell you what they got good going on. It's like, wait till tomorrow. Tell me your shit tomorrow, because I started this conversation today. So celebrate me today, and we'll celebrate you tomorrow.
That's definitely a big indicator. Competition.
I don't like that.
Don't give you your
if
praise.
I tell you I'm doing something today,
or they end up
today
doing
better
the same
be all
thing
about
that
me.
you're doing.
Yeah.
Be like, wait a minute. Now all of a sudden
Wait
you're
a
doing
minute.
this same thing.
This ain't it. Yeah, like I can't. Even a friendship. If you call me and you talking to me about something great that just happened to you, and I interrupt you and telling you about how the fuck I done got something on sale today at the Goodwill, you're gonna be like, I'm finna hang up. I'm finna hang up on her because she ain't celebrating me. Like, and that comes from them insecurities. It doesn't matter that you're in a relationship. It's a friendship, sisters, dad, whatever. If you have, like, I ain't gonna say low self-esteem, but if you are insecure and you won't even care. You won't even care how you are making that person feel in that time. It's like, oh, I'm doing good too. Look at me. It's like, bitch, wait till tomorrow and tell me about your good news. Like, for real, let me shine today.
Or stroke you for at least 5 minutes.
Yes, wait till we done.
I'm with you. I hate
insecurities come in like and then, or how about the ones who be so insecure in whatever they got going on, is when you're introducing everybody in the group to somebody else. Oh, I do this. I don't do what they do. I do this. Wait, hold on. Because you're trying to make me look like I ain't doing shit. Bring it back. Bring it back, honey. Okay, bring it back and let's be done with it.
That gave me a flashback.
You know, bring it back and let's be done with it. Like, you're not finna dumb down my profession because it's 3 of us here who do it. No, ma'am. No, you're not. It's big business over here.
No, for sure. I
it's all 4 big businesses, and you're not gonna dumb me down because of your insecurity. You're not. If you can't make all of us shine in that same moment, because it ain't about you. You didn't win an award. We're all greeting somebody who we don't even know.
Just like you ain't win an award.
Exactly. I'm just saying, like,
but that is how they be acting.
Exactly. We walked up as a group talking to somebody we don't even damn know, and you're gonna try to push us down here because you think you doing. No, ma'am.
That's not.
No, ma'am. You better put us all on the same damn shelf, or you won't be able to even sit with me.
But then why? When it comes to that, why would you want to be around or be with someone? We were talking about relationships that y'all can't brag on one another. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because remember, I talked about my insecurity about the financial thing. Oh, even though I didn't get it and I would bicker with him, oh, I bigged him up to everybody who talked about it. If you said anything about saving, I was like, no, he do this and that. And I bigged him clean up. Like, I was so proud of him.
Yeah.
Right.
That he could do these things that I couldn't do in that moment. And I was like, my ego and my selfishness wouldn't allow me to tell him how proud I was of him in that moment. But to everybody else, I was like, shit, he is, you know, he's doing good. Like, but so if you can't be that way to your mate in front of their face and behind their back, because I do know a lot of men who treat their women like they ain't, like their profession ain't all that, but I've also heard them same men big they woman up behind their back. And if that woman or that man only knew how much you really...
You can make
like,
her day by just
yes,
telling
how
her,
much you
acknowledging
or him,
her.
how much you just was like, you so proud of them,
Right.
Like, but we don't do that,
Everybody
and that's
needs
what
insurance.
causes those insecurities
I agree.
even more. That's just like with us as friends. Like, if you call and tell me something, and I'm like acting like I'm not super interested in something that you may be like really happy about, like. In your mind, it could take you somewhere else.
Right.
And it's like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. But then when I call you, I'm expecting for you to be jumping for joy for me.
Right.
So you gotta, everybody has some kind of insecurity. And if you ain't gonna treat people the way you want to be treated, then honestly, then stay from around people.
Right.
It's not
You said
even
people.
Right. That's true.
people.
Because it's like, what kind of, if you go into a situation
Yeah,
like
just
that,
don't go around nobody.
how do you think it's going to end?
Yeah.
Like, it's never going to start off good. If you going into it like, I got this, I got that, I got that. The
They
people
won't get
the
in
people
that.
that's going to accept you are going to be your competition.
Yep.
So how do you guys, what advice do you
That's
give people who are in those positions to stand firm in their confidence? So let's say let's say you guys were dating somebody and he introduced it to his friends, but he kind of downplaying what you're doing or not really acknowledging. So even though you probably more accredited than him, to be honest with you, you just don't know this group of people. So how do you guys stand firm and like, I already know who I am. He can have it, or she can have it, or whatever the case may be.
Oh, they can have it while I'm leaving.
Yeah, because I don't ever want to be with nobody who's down. I don't give a damn if I pick
don't
up
downplay me.
if I pick up dog poop out the dog park. You better figure out a way.
Dog pooper scooper.
Right.
You hear me? You better figure out
Right.
a way to make this
She
sound
make
like
her
the
own
most
plastic
glamorous.
bags. The fuck? You better
Listen, you better make this seem like the most glamorous job in the world, honey. She has that park smelling immaculate.
Right.
Like, you better say something like you, or I'm gonna be like Tisa said. You gonna be telling them something while from behind my back as I'm walking away. The very moment you try to downplay me in front of somebody, I'm out of there.
Yeah, that should never be the case. Like,
I've never been downplayed per se, so like verbally, I know I've been not acknowledged. So I guess that's what I meant to say. Like, has that happened to you guys too? Like, you with something they haven't acknowledged, like what you do as well.
I have been in relationships and felt like I wasn't acknowledged. I always say, like, it's a difference between feeling like you need validation and feeling like you need your mate to acknowledge you.
Yeah.
So it's like I've been in a relationship to where it was like zero acknowledgement, but all you want to talk about is all of your accomplishments. And it's like, as I'm sitting here like, you know, don't stress today, babe. You're doing an awesome job, X, Y, and Z. I'm going through hell and a shitload myself. You're not even acknowledging the things that I have going
All about them.
But it's all about you. And in the midst of me crying every night, I'm still giving you your praise.
Yes.
And you not even acknowledge, well, how was your day?
Yeah.
You know, so I've been through that, and that sucks. That's
Gotta be her.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we don't like insecurities in relationships. No one's perfect. We get
Right,
that,
no.
you know, and definitely it does happen. But if it doesn't really hurt you and you feel like that's an area of the person or you may be weak in, why not take some notes? Say, well, you know what, can I ask to be better? Now, I do agree with you. Some of us don't have the best delivery.
Correct. Correct.
So and it does make it hard sometimes to receive. So like we said last episode, the love language or just learning that person because your baby dad was giving you good jewels. It was just how he was throwing them at you. Instead of he just needed to give it to you.
Yeah,
You
just
know what
needed
I'm
to
saying?
feed it to me in a different
And
way.
also, it's the way that you need to be ready to receive it.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I wasn't ready
Yes.
to receive it then
Yeah.
because I wasn't
In that mind space?
Yeah, I wasn't in that mind space. And then on top of that, it was like exactly what you said. If you're not ready to receive anything, people can say something to you the softest way possible, and you're
gonna take offense to it.
So you think
because I was fucking up.
Because it was her insecurity.
Yeah, it was my ego battling and everything. So you could have honestly whispered it to me, and I still would have been offended.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, don't tell me what they do. You know, and that's like the worst thing.
Because you knew that was a part of an area in your life that you needed.
Of course,
to
and nobody wants to face that. Like we talked
about
about a long time ago, looking in that mirror.
Yeah.
Like I was not ready to look in nobody's mirror. I'm like, do you see me? I'm still cute.
Right.
Like, broke as fuck, but cute.
But I'm still cute, and you still want me.
Right. Barely.
But that's
like,
where the
bitch, you
confidence
can't even
comes
help
from. Because if you think about it, we rolling with someone who doesn't either acknowledge us or just skips over. I'm just like, but yet I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all y'all 6 millionaires, okay. But why I'm at this table then? If I only make $6 a year now. I'm not saying $6 a year, but
Sorry. Right.
You might not be doing the podcast.
Girl, you just breathing at this point. $6 a year. I make more than that. You don't even got a job. Right? What's going on?
I'm sorry.
But I definitely get what you mean. Like, I'm still here.
I'm here.
And that's because most of the time, people don't really mean harm. They don't mean any harm. Some people are just nasty.
Yeah.
They do mean everything that they say to you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's love. So your mate loves you for some kind of reason. But at the end of the day, they just don't have what it takes to show it. And it's like, God, you know, that's a whole nother.
Right. Whole nother segment.
This is good.
Very, very good.
Think of $6 a year for sure.
Don't do that. Don't ever.
I got something else.
And you don't need to date.
No. I need you to get up.
Exactly.
Head to the nearest Walmart.
Right. Go walk a dog.
Might be the best pooper.
Right. Cause maybe $6 a year.
I'm sorry, guys. I need to say that. We will be right back, guys, with our next one with Too Damn Good or Trash That Ish.
Hi guys. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the show thus far. And if you have, don't forget to
like,
subscribe,
and share,
and hit that notification button.
We are back, you guys, with the segment of Too Damn Good or Trash That Shit. So we are going to be discussing spring cleaning. Now we have entered into spring. And you know, sometimes we got to just get rid of a whole bunch of trash.
And baggage.
And baggage.
And ish.
And ish.
Trash that ish.
Trash it. You know, just get rid of it. So what do you guys think? We're going to go ahead and start with Kiara.
Me? No, I'm saying. I definitely agree with spring cleaning. Physically, meaning your house, rearranging your living space, office space, bedroom space, garage, whatever.
Right.
And then also internally, you know, like, you know, when I'm saying internal, like self-improvement.
Yes.
Anything you say, hey, it's been on your mind, but you haven't really been able to do it yet.
Right.
Like being intentional with it. And challenging yourself. You know what I'm saying, with some things that you might have just found out that you didn't know. Yeah. So I definitely agree with that. And I think probably once a quarter, every season, excuse me. I think that's healthy, honestly, because we're supposed to keep evolving. We're supposed to keep, you know, wanting to move forward and being healthier. And I didn't realize that you're not doing that. You get real stagnant and real stuck. I mean, I've met people who have not changed at all. And it kind of reminds me, if I give a physical metaphor, is you know how you have a flower pot, you just never change the dirt. Right. It's just old dirt been in there for years. Yeah.
Hard. They still got the same 1992 dust still up
Literally. Or if you've never swept under.
She must just seen one. She's like, it's terrible.
Or y'all know people who got apartments and they ain't never moved their furniture, and when they finally move out, you be like, why the carpet black and the
right.
not black?
It's real clean on this side. Why?
They was living bad.
Like, you just sat there. So I'm gonna say too damn good for that.
Too damn good. All right. What about you, Toya?
All right, so I'm gonna go a little deeper, and I'm going to say this spring I'm throwing out some old beliefs and replacing them with some things that fit for me now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like things work for you in different seasons, and it got to be replaced, because if you keep doing the same thing every single time, you will get the same result. So for me, it's too damn good. I'm gonna go ahead and clean my closet out as well. I need to give away. I got so many shoes that I need to give away, and they all sneakers that I done ran down at the gym.
Okay.
I do got a lot of shoes.
We keep working out.
Heels though.
Okay.
But yeah. So I'm basically this spring definitely working on the old beliefs, throwing them out. So it's
that's a good one.
trash that shit.
That is. For me, I would say it's too damn good because, I believe getting rid of all that old everything. Old relationships, get rid of it. If it was, in the wintertime, baby, you got to go.
If it was bad, she told me, this is old, like we done been together too long, you got to go.
It's gotta go.
We was together the whole winter.
It's time for a new summertime. No, I'm saying if it was bad. But I feel like just spring cleaning in general, like it's kind of like detoxing, honestly. It's like getting rid of old situations, old followers, even on your social media.
Yes.
Whether you need to clean that out, people that's not motivating you, encouraging you, feeding into you, and vice versa. Just it's time to go. It's time to go. So lead them in the winter of 2022, and so I think it's too damn good. What about you?
I think it's too damn good as well. I was gonna say the same thing that you said. Just detoxing, getting rid of, old mindsets and just old baggage, and just it's just too damn good. I agree with every last one of y'all.
Everybody.
Y'all.
I got a quick question though. Is it hard for you guys to remove some stuff? Like I know we want
hard.
to, yeah.
Real
but
hard.
Sometimes it's hard for me too.
Real hard. But what I've learned is if you look at the bigger picture, and you just have to pray on that thing. And you gotta just ask God and the universe to work all together for you and just be like, if it ain't for my highest good.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta be a little bit selfish.
Yep, you gotta do it.
I agree.
You gotta do what's best for you.
And it's real hard for me to give away shoes and stuff that I'll be like, I might wear them again and never wear them again. And it's like, Toya, you should have gave that away. And now you wouldn't be sitting here doing it again for the 5th year. It's like,
but for me, that kind of stuff is not hard for me to give away because I just.
Your shoes?
It's hard for me.
No, because I just accumulate so much more.
It's hard for me. I still be having stuff. Like, I got jeans. I probably have over 100 and something pair of jeans. And most of them is like this fucking big. Like, I can't fit them no more. And I still have them. And some of them is like when you up and down inside. I still have them. They're packed away, but it's like, why am I carrying all of this?
It just allows me to get more stuff.
And that's how I gotta think. But see, that's the good thing. The way you think about it, and I wasn't thinking about it like that then. It's like I have more room for stuff.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't think about that. I'm like, it's
the attachment issue.
Yes, it's like it's tucked away. It's right there. It ain't bothering nobody. Leave it in this box and don't worry about it.
I'm with you, especially with the clothes thing, because especially going up and down your weight.
Separation.
And then,
well,
I let it
with
go.
I'll say with clothes.
I got shoes from like
yes, it's exactly.
Nah, but the crazy part about it is I have an attachment and then I don't, because some stuff I'm like, I ain't seen this in a year.
Yeah.
I throw it away, but most stuff, like I guess my jeans, since I am a jean girl, I don't know if I do have an attachment to it as being a heavy at one point. Like throw my jeans on and I feel good. I'm like, I'm superhero. Like that was my cape. I put them jeans on. I'm like, I feel good. Can't see my fat. They tucked in. So I don't know. Now that you say that, I have to think about that when I get home. Maybe throw away.
It's separation, I think, for me too, and it's for the clothes like that, because I feel like even though I went up and down on weight, sometimes I'm not even realizing that Kiera, you're no longer that weight anymore.
Yeah.
I still think something's gonna happen and like, okay, I'm the
I
old
need
Kiera, no
that.
that. Yeah, but the fact is,
You said a piece of cake.
No, I said
I thought you said something might happen. Then you said, yeah, like a piece of cake. Like, damn, the cake gonna take me down. No.
this is a good segment.